Germany is taking first steps into reopening since the coronavirus pandemic struck. The country is among the first European nations taking cautious steps towards normality. Small shops are allowed to start serving customers from today, but the government is urgently recommending that everyone wear face masks. Bars, restaurants, gyms and larger stores will remain closed for now. Well, joining me now from Berlin is Professor Doctor Timo Ulrichs, a microbiologist and infection epidemiologist at Akkon University for Human Sciences. Thank you very much for your time. Germany's been a real example when we've been looking at different countries across the continent when it comes to testing. What kind of tests are they doing on the population? And is its testing strategy a bit of an idea as to why it seems to have dealt with this outbreak better than other European countries?
Yes, so this could be one reason, but the other reason is that we certainly had more time than, for example, Italy to get prepared. So we had more time to trace the spread of the virus and also to establish the testing facilities a bit better. Yes.
And when we say testing, what type of tests do we mean now? Is that people who've been confirmed to have the infection? Is that people that then you can say, well, they've already had it? What tests are they doing?
Well, we always do, of course, this virus testing, as all the other countries also do. And we always have certain indications when we start the testing. There's no screening or no random sampling of the testing. We only have some suspicious cases, and these cases then will be tested. We have the most testing throughout Europe, but we always are a little bit behind the spread of the virus because we have no clue how the real spread is because we do not sampling throughout the whole population.
So Germany starts from today to reopen a little bit with those stores opening, as I just said. What are the risks of doing that in terms of potentially there being a second wave of infection? What are sort of the things the government will be looking at to try and control this lifting of restrictions?
Of course, we look very closely to the so-called reproduction number. So right now we are below 1. So one infected case can only infect less than one new one. And this is exactly the situation when the curve should slow down and the total number should decrease. And we would like to keep, of course, everything like it is, that we have a decrease in the total number of infected patients, of infected individuals and patients, so that we are slightly in control of the whole situation. And if we have this easing of the restrictions, then we just do it step by step. And the problem is that we, of course, are a federal state, so our 16 states do it slightly differently from each other, and we have to observe it very carefully how the reopening of the shops and the reopening of the schools will have impact on the development of the epidemiological numbers.
So how is that going to be observed so that if worse happens and there's another infection, you then just pull back those measures? How are they going to control that process?
Yeah, of course, we do not want to run into an on-off situation that we have an ease of the restrictions and then we have to restart the robust restrictions again because of the development of the numbers. So this is why we also want to establish more testing besides this the testing after